You know, as a kid, they tell you that sharing is caring. Teachers and parents tell you that if you help each other, you in turn can make your life happy. Well, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow students, and my fellow comrades, we live in a world that follows a broken system. A system that contradicts this rule of helping others. This system is capitalism. But there is a savior, a better system that can stem the tide of the greed. That system is socialism, and it's the knight in shining armor that we all need. Well, first, what is socialism, and why is it so great? Socialism is this idea that revolves around cooperation and sharing. Cooperation is the base of socialism. Socialists believe that if they help others in the society, they in turn can make their lives better. Now, there's this misconception out there that socialism is evil because many socialist states have turned into totalitarian ones, such as the USSR. But comrades, I'm here to tell you that that's a lie, that it's not true. Socialism is not tied to dictatorships, but it's instead necessary in a democracy. That's because socialism brings power to the people and works in a society where everyone can work together. As Rosa Luxemburg once said, there is no democracy without socialism, and no socialism without democracy. Capitalism, on the other hand, is the idea that everything should be privately owned, and it's based off the survival of the fittest mentality. The rich stay rich, and the poor stay poor. That is the result of capitalism. In those societies, the poor, the sick, and the injured don't get the help they probably need. Don't we as humans have a duty to help each other? And if you're one of those people that think, why should I help the old? Or why should I help the sick? What have they ever done for me? Well, think this. One day, when you become injured, or one day, when you too become an old bag of bones, and you wonder, why oh why is there no one there to help you? Well, there'll be a simple answer to your question, comrade. Because there were people like you in this world. Luckily, Canada is a socialist nation. Although our current government is not, we are very much socialist compared to our southern neighbors. Welfare and healthcare are both socialist policies, and we work together to help our people. But in a capitalist world, they lack many of these benefits. The poor stay poor, and the rich stay richer, get richer. Now, if I sit at a dinner table, and I cut a pizza in half, and I give half the pizza to everyone else, and take half for myself, does that seem fair? I'm pretty sure everyone at the table will be pretty mad at me. Well, welcome to capitalism, comrades, because that is the world we live in. A 2015 Oxfam report states that half the world's wealth is only controlled by 1% of our population. Now, does that seem fair? 50% of our wealth is only controlled by 1% of our population? Sharing is caring. If you help your fellow countryman, neighbor, or friend, you're not only making your life better, their life better, you're making society happier. A Forbes report states that the top 4 happiest nations in the world are Denmark, Finland, Sweden, and Norway, all socialist Scandinavian nations. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no way that's possible, right? I mean, the top 4 nations having the same model of living? Well, comrades, I'm here to tell you that that is not impossible, that it is possible, that socialism does lead to happiness. Luckily, Canada is 8th on that list. But of the top 8 nations, only 2 of which don't follow the socialist agenda. Should we strive to be more like a socialist nation? Should we hold those nations up in the light? Because what is life without happiness? In ancient Greece, greed was considered a form of mental disease. People hoard and hoard their wealths, and by the time the wealth trickles down to the bottom, there's none left. That's why the rich make the poor suffer. The injured don't get the help they need, and the sick remain sick. The way business is run today is just like how kings would rule their kingdoms 1,000 years ago. CEOs would hoard and hoard their wealths, and by the time it trickles down to the bottom, there's none left. Just like how kings would hoard their wealths, and by the time it reaches the peasants, there's none left for them either. Is that really what the world has come to? Running full circle to how it was run 1,000 years ago? Comrades, I say no to that. I say change is still possible. If we all truly believe and we can work towards a common goal, then it is possible. Every single one of us, no matter how little in the scheme of things, has the power to change something. But it all starts with the people. Socialism cannot happen by force. It must happen willingly. And if you believe that poverty can never be rid of, well, in the words of Nelson Mandela, poverty is not an accident. Like slavery, like apartheid, it is man-made and can be removed by the actions of human beings. So comrades, I ask you this, work together, whether or not it's with your most trusted friend or your most hated enemy. If you set aside your petty differences that don't matter one bit at the end of the day, then we can all strive together and move forward towards a perfect utopian socialist society that many of us dream for. Thank you.